Good morning. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another segment of Everyday Enlightenment. And the message for this week is about unraveling. And this is so cool to witness unraveling in your own life, but also to see how it plays out in other aspects of your life, because there's so much change that is happening right now. And even if you're not seeing it or hearing about it externally, there's definitely a lot that's shifting, okay? And I was given the word unravel yesterday in my morning meditation. And whenever I'm given a specific word, I always like to go look it up in the dictionary to see what other words that are commonly used with that. So when I received the word unravel yesterday in my meditation, I looked it up, and other definitions are to disengage, to separate, and to disentangle. And I've been using the word disentangle a lot lately, and there's no coincidence about that. And what has been happening over the past 11 months is that the majority of the people on the planet have had to unravel or have had to disengage from something significant in their life. And so whether it was a job, whether it was a way that job was performed, whether it was disengaging from the way relationships were maintained, and that could be with friends or with family, or maybe it was like you had to disengage from something that was a normal part of your routine that made you feel good. And for some reason, for one reason or another, you no longer had access to that anymore. And I think it's important to realize that the way that you direct your time, your energy, and your intention, when you do that, it creates a thread between you and whatever that thing is. So it creates a connection between you and that thing. It entangles your energy. It's just the way the universe works. It's just the way energy works. And we had gotten to a point where the majority of people were so busy and so outwardly focused that there wasn't much left to cultivate that inner light and the love that dwells within. And since we are on this awakening journey together as a planet, that isn't an option anymore. Like you can't do that anymore. You have to pay attention to the internal realm. And so even though lockdowns haven't been easy, job loss has been really hard, not seeing friends and family has sucked, not doing the normal things have, been really hard. There's a larger plan happening. There's a higher plan that's playing out. And part of it is to get you to unravel and disengage from the places, the people, and the things where you are spending your attention and leaking your energy and your light. Okay? So it's a good idea to stop fueling the things that are outside of you that don't fulfill or nourish your inner realm, nourish your inner light, or nourish your heart. So when you start to unravel those connections, especially with the superficial ones, life gets less complicated, and you start to experience more ease in your life because you're separating what matters and what doesn't matter, what fulfills you and what doesn't fulfill you. And you also call your power back to you a lot in that way too. So this is a reminder to be grateful for the time and the space that you've had to unravel from the things that don't serve you anymore. And you know what those things are, because typically they make you feel like crap, right? So it's a good being grateful for the things, the time that you've had to do this, and simplify and unravel and cultivate that relationship with yourself, because you have more knowingness inside of you than you give yourself credit for. And we forget that when our energy is so entangled and engaged in these things outside of ourselves, right? And so the time to do that is now. So if you haven't been meditating and cultivating the relationship with yourself, we can't do that anymore. So now's the time. Jump on the train. Start small. Do whatever calls to you. And so since I'm talking about energy and personal power and strength from within, I want to remind you guys of the Reiki training I'm having this Sunday, February 7th, because I think it's going to be really fun. And after the class, you'll have another tool in your skill set to activate your natural healing abilities, be able to help relax your mind and your body more efficiently, to slow your mind, and also to tap into your intuition, which is going to be something really important this year, especially for the discernment that we're going to be needing to do moving forward. So this is a great class if you're highly sensitive or if you're super anxious and wanting to help yourself feel better, because it's all about self-healing, right? And learning Reiki is also really beneficial for those people who work one-on-one with people, especially if you're putting your physical hands on somebody. So acupuncturists, chiropractors, physical therapists, massage therapists, that type of thing, yoga instructors. And it's really also great for people who work with animals, or just for your own pets, because animals are really connected to feeling energy. You probably know that. So I'm going to go into more in depth about, healing of the body and training to sort of like protect your energetic field and all of that stuff. So if you want to understand some of those things or just want to feel better in how the world is shifting right now, I invite you to join me. So there's still spots open. It's this Sunday, and there are more details in the comments or the link here, and message me if you have questions. So I hope this was helpful for you. Take time to start unraveling yourself from the things that suck your energy, because it's not worth it. And you know when it's not worth it because it doesn't make you feel happy, right? Or expansive or joy. So start to do, and that can be just like unsubscribing from emails, start small, start somewhere, because this is the time. So I hope that was helpful, and have a beautiful week.